Hello everyone, Eirina's back from the lands between. Unfortunately, she does not have as good of stats as she does there. However, we have Isadora, who leveled up to 20 from a glitch that this hack has introduced, where she got a full level every time she enemy phased a red unit. And we're fighting our old friend Eirika Laus, who was in Fire Emblem 7, the prequel. So this is almost identically the same map, except there's an extra village back here, and this is not a route map, it is a seize the gate map, and nomads don't have horse effectiveness against them in this game. So yeah, so hopefully we're gonna get something good from here. Heck yeah, that door key. Alright. And then, can you rescue boars? You can rescue boars and get them out of there. And then... because at this point, I'm just gonna rescue a bunch of people and stuff them in the back, I guess, because I want them to take up less tiles as we have the main squad go forward. Bolt, I guess we'll just have to be friends with Lou. There is a shop where I can actually get some more stats. Let's see where all these guys' ranges are, because I clearly did not check. What do you have? Iron Lance. Okay, that's perfect. I really hope I can get more hand axes. Or else this is going to be nasty. Yeah, we'll just do rapier. And then all of you can come up this way and hang out because... Yep. Alright, I know it's been a minute, but as a refresher, since this is a girl power run, only the ladies can attack, and the guys are going to be undeployed as soon as the opportunity presents itself, and they will only be deployed later in order to recruit units. And I will do my best to keep them out of combat. However, if there are Pegasus Knights coming from the forts at the bottom, like in Fire Emblem 7, they won't fight back. That is a great level, except we really need some strength. I don't think the Binding Blade is going to carry us that hard. It might, but yeah. But yeah, and Isadora has max speed, so sorry Marcus, but you have been outclassed in your original game. Okay, so you have 15, full 29. And what weapon do you have? You have a lance. Okay. Probably the best thing to do. Yeah, because there's no crit. This is the best, and then I can feed it to Shauna and then heal Eirina up. Yeah, and this map, most notably, is when you can get Rutger. However, Rutger is, to the best of my knowledge, just a very edgy boy. Not an edgy girl, so we will try and recruit him, if possible, to get his killing edge, because that's going to be a really useful thing to have. However, I am not going to use Rutger because, yeah, and hopefully he doesn't just get immediately beaten down by Isadora, but that is a distinct possibility. And here we'll use the Iron Axe. It's so nice just having a very powerful Lady Knight take care of all these annoying lance users, so my Sword-Locked Lord does not have to fight them in the game where all of the RNG is heavily stacked against me. And yep. And you guys just go all the way up here. Here we go. Now we got a nice little corner of the guys can huddle in while we fight all of them. Hi Clarion, you're gonna join the team, don't worry. Iron Lance, Iron Bow. Okay. Alright, so if I'm counting my squares right, what I should do is go here, Iron Lance. We'll just go into support range. And then have everyone back up for just a minute. Yeah, I'm really just double checking all my ranges here, and then these guys should charge up, and then we'll enemy phase them next. Well, we don't necessarily have to enemy phase them, but we'll take care of them next turn. And oh man, I forgot to check to see if the Nomad can go over the river. If the Nomad can go over the river, this could be a little bit difficult, but theoretically I can box in the Nomad. And then, so Rutger lets Clarine go, and the enemies have AI that says don't attack Clarine. Clarine is a troubadour, very similar to Priscilla, and she's going to be on the team. So, welcome to the team. Okay, the Nomad can't go over the river. However, we still have to get rid of some guys to get through. Repair does not double. Does Iron Lance double? You know, I can't actually just do this, and then... because you have an iron sword. You can go around the back, which is less than ideal. Shauna's probably not going to kill, so what I can do is I can stuff Shauna here with the slim lance, because she lives to both of them. And then Eirina can just go here. And how bad is the iron sword? It's honestly not that bad, and iron blade is bad. So I'll probably just save the rapier for later, and then I'll just burn a bend for the... oh. Or not, I can just burn another heal staff used for the experience. That's not bad. And then let me just check these ranges real quick. Perfect. And so she's a little bit more out of the way in terms of flexibility. She can, Layla can go there, and Marlinus can stand by, and then all the dudes can wait. Oh, there are pirates. Okay. Well, we can figure out the pirates. Pirates are not as bad as Pegasus Knights, because axe users are, they have axes. Excellent commentary. Really what it is Layla and Eirina have weapon triangle advantage. Now do they have hand axes or iron axes? Hand axe. Okay, that's gonna make things a little bit tougher, but we can probably still... do you get doubled off of iron lance? No, that's wonderful. You have a lance though, okay. So probably what I need to do is be aware that Rutger's going to run out to the middle of the field. But since this village is gone, I can put you here and just take this, and then I can try and get Layla or anyone ready. Can I talk to you? Okay, so I can't actually talk to Clarine just yet. Ooh, I have a halberd. Well, I'm gonna make sure Layla is not dead, so we're not gonna lose the halberd. Now, does one of you just... Yeah, I think we take this attack and then ball. Actually, since that seems okay, how far do you go? We can build the support. That seems pretty safe. And they could have also changed over Isadora to a lance, but whatever. Hi, Rutger. Man, this is a slow fight, but at least we're winning, I think. Alright, now we have Clarine, who is Pent and Luis's daughter. She has a men's staff, she's on a horse, she's a healer. She's wonderful and amazing, and I'm glad to have her on the team. Okay, so this guy just has an iron axe. So in theory, I should be able to start luring these pirates up. Unless they have only go for the village AI. So to do that, what I can do is I can put Layla here with her iron sword, and this guy should theoretically not ever touch her. And then it'd be super useful to enemy phase that archer, but we'll figure that out. I'm going to be using both of them anyway, so it doesn't super matter, and there's no crit chance, and I shouldn't be able to get a full heal off of a mend anyway. Hopefully all the strategy commentary is making sense. Oh wait, that's a heal. You have the mend staff, so you can use mend, get the full heal on Shauna. And that's a lance guy I'm gonna have to use an axe on anyway, so we'll do this. And then we'll keep Eirina just healthy and right there, and we'll have rescue droppers available, and Clarine and Merlinus can stay right where they are. Oh, more pirates, that's rough. Hi, Rutger. Perfect. Nice dodge, Layla. Thank you for keeping the pirates away from the villages. We'll see what I can do about Rutger, because my goodness, these calves are hard to take down with not Isadora. Because you're not helping Eirina, like, you'll still be the mascot of the channel, but I would really appreciate some strength skill level ups. Oh, nice, we avoided an archer attack. Okay. So here's Rutger, who got the 5 extra levels because he's a red unit and he has a killing edge. So he's incredibly deadly and will one-shot anybody who even comes close. And you have a sword. Okay. Okay, so Rutger is just gonna run this way. You have a sword. This guy needs to get finished, just because otherwise it's gonna make things complicated. Okay, so that's 15. So that doesn't one-shot, and that doesn't one-shot. How is this? Okay, so that's 14 and 12. Okay. How close are you? How close are you? Okay. So probably, and I guess the question is, can we just one-shot the... Okay, so we can one-round the archer with axes or lances. And Clarion needs to stay close, but not in range. What a mess, because this archer needs to die too. So this one is 1, 2, 5. Rutger is going to move to here. So Clary needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, do I need to just hand axe this guy in order to have this work? So pretty much the problem is this guy... Actually, he doesn't one-shot Clarion. So he doesn't one-shot Clarion. This guy doesn't one-shot Clarion or double her. Okay, so we're okay, I think. So we Iron Lance this archer. Clarion does not get doubled by either of those two units. So all Clarion needs to do is not stand in the way of 2 units, and then she's fine. So, and then here... Actually, the other thing I could do is I could put Layla and Eirina on this side of the pirates. And that might also work for arranging this. So basically, I'm just trying to keep everyone not dead for the following turn. And I'm going Layla with the combat experience first for the pirate. Way to go, Layla. Actually, that's really nice, because now Clarion can just go here and hide, and nobody is in range. Except you're going to heal up Shauna, just in case something silly happens. I keep forgetting that I have to end turn, because I have all the guys just sitting up in the corner. Okay, so I can recruit Rutger. The question is, I don't know if I can actually get him out, or if I can get everyone else out. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of a bold and risky play. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna rescue Rutger. And Rutger is going to run over here. Isadora is going to rescue Clarine and stand right here. You are gonna run. Going to trade over so you have. Let's go Iron Sword. You're gonna have the rapier. And Shauna is gonna rescue Rutger. And Marlinus, okay, so Marlinus can't take drop Rutger. Alan can at least take drop Rutger next turn. And I'll just make sure that Archer isn't going to shoot Alan. And then we mend Layla up to full. And now we go for some dodges, I guess. Because all the pirates are in Eirina's range. And since she's standing in a forest, theoretically, she should not get hit by anything. Now the question is, does Isadora still double? That is quite something, that despite having her speed halved, Isadora still doubles the those guys. I probably didn't need the rapier because he's gonna go up there, but okay, that's nice. Only 1 damage off the archer. Okay. So then here's what we do. We go take, release. We go back up here. Marlinus is gonna grab your killing edge. The archer needs to go. But now that the archer is gone, Layla can move back. Shauna can stand there, and then we just mend. We'll double check the range first, and then I think we can just get away with the regular heal. Maybe not. And then... okay, so iron... we'll go back with the iron sword, and then I think what we'll do is just soften so that way more are defeated. And hopefully they don't do any shenanigans where the horse guy moves first and then... it's so many pirates. Why are you... maybe they're priority targeting her because she's holding, because she was holding Clarine? Because that's strange that they wouldn't go for Eirina. Well... sillier things have happened. Now it's just time to wait for the pirates, I think. Because I can do this, run up here. All of you are technically safe. Now Rutger can do a take drop for Clarine. I think it's actually pretty safe for Layla to... Let's check the attack stat of this guy. 15, okay. Yeah, with weapon triangle advantage, it's safe for Layla to just run down here to start helping out, and then we can keep our healers nice and safe. And actually, I probably should have given that killing edge to somebody, but we'll work on it. This is so many pirates. My goodness. Please get strength, HP strength skill. I will take HP strength speed. Really just HP strength. Nice, there we go. Now their hand axe is brought into range, I guess. An iron blade? No. But this still works nicely. Yeah, and then Shauna can hold on to the killing edge, and no one needs healing yet, so we just continue to fight pirates. Oh no! Are those guys ambush reinforcements? Oh no, the Iron Axe guy hit Layla. That's not good. I did not know that those ambush reinforcements were there. Thank goodness you dodged, Ellen. Um... So I'm pretty sure Merlinus comes back every round, even if he is defeated. I don't really want to lose my convoy access with everything else, but we're gonna have to figure this one out. Okay, so I think what I have to do, regardless, is this extraction strategy. And now Clarine's over there. So now everyone is technically out of the way. It'll take 2 loans to fully heal all the way up, but that is what it is. Alright, I think this maneuver saved it, and I don't think any of the guys have weapons equipped anyway. Well, Walt's probably gonna die, but oh well. All right. Well, we'll be back. Hello everyone, and welcome to the post commentary, because I wanted to show what happened to Rutger in the second attempt. Well, mostly I was just doing post commentary, so you guys don't have to see the grind of the first 10 turns all over again, since the strategy was pretty much the same. But sorry, Rutger. Your AI and myself made a poor decision to have Isadora in range with an axe, and that resulted in you not being on the bench for the girl power run. Someone else will use you in a hard mode run, Mr. Katana Man. Sorry. But yeah, so here I am in post again, mostly just because the strategy for the first 10 turns was the same. I think we missed Eirina's strength point on one of her initial level ups, and Nishana has not been getting as much experience. And now here we just jump to when the knights arrive, and we'll go to the full cut. And as you can see, the bench squad, because I can't undeploy them yet, is now entirely off on the left side of that bridge, meaning that they are not in ambush range, and they're not gonna die or even get into combat, which is better than what I did round 1. So, hooray. So despite being down a killing edge, the this is in a much better spot. And how I ended up thinking that I wanted to do this one in post was mostly largely because I thought I was going to deal with the pirates a whole lot faster than I originally was, because I thought what it was going to be is like, oh, I dealt with the knight reinforcements, and then the pirates would just fall in a couple of turns. However, that was not the case, and the pirates took a lot longer to deal with. As you can see here, the trees that I'm using are going to be the absolute saving grace of not dying to pirates, because they give an extra 20 to void, which is very nice using the 2RN system for the low end for evasion. So because this is post, I can do a little bit of math. How I calculate the rough hit percentages for the low end ones are squaring the probability of just squaring the probability to hit, because it's pretty close to the average of two numbers being lower than the hit rate. Or I believe that is probably the right formula. So for 18 to shown hit, I effectively do in my head 20% squared, which is about 4%. And that's where I got the number for Layla. Unfortunately, getting benched permanently in the first attempt. However, we're not having her benched permanently because this isn't an Iron Man run. So here we are on the run back, where Isadora is just able to clean up all of these knights quite easily with a hand axe. Iron axe. Yay reading comprehension. But yeah, so Isadora is able to clean up all of these knights, and that allows us to I play enough Fire Emblem. Those are cavaliers. The Elden Ring in me is going, oh yeah, knights ride horses. Where armor knights are a very different class. This is going comedically poorly, so we're gonna keep it. But yeah, so with the forests and weapon triangle advantage, Eirina and Layla are pretty much untouchable. However, these pirates still have a lot of health and decent defense, and Eirina has not gotten her extra point of strength and speed yet, so we're not doubling the pirates, and because they have an extra 5 levels worth of stats, because this is FE6 hard mode. So, knowing what happened last time, I'm just also very reluctant to have Layla attack, because I don't want her to get hit by 2 axes on the low percentages and lose all the progress again. Yeah, and as you can see here, Eirina does not have her 6th strength, which is really useful. But here I can just do some trade shenanigans, so that way I can save Iron Sword uses, because somehow I made Iron Swords worth 26,000 gold. And basically I'm just gonna not sell them or buy them, because I want to keep the run in some semblance of resource constraint as in the original run. And because of how all of the pirates have circled around, I pretty much have to keep my healers very far away. So if we do get hit, we need to vuln up immediately and hope that we don't get hit any other times. And one nice thing about all this entire pirate grind is that Layla is actually able to increase her sword rank, because you pretty much have to break an iron sword in order to get from E to D rank swords. And not that steel swords are good, but because I can't buy iron swords, having her have steel sword access much later is going to be useful. And I think it also gives access to Armor Slayer. Eirina, I believe, has at least C rank swords, which allows her to use Worm Slayer, Killing Edge, and Light Brand. And I think she has a bit more constitution than Layla, so if she has to use one of the heavier swords, she can. And because of her, I think it's just because of her higher constitution, and because I think her speed is equal to Layla's at this point, the Eirina has complete 100% dodge on these guys. And then also when I bring Isadora into support range, Eirina is pretty much a guaranteed dodge tank on all of these pirates. And not that we were trying to feed experience to Isadora anyway, it's nice just letting them go after Layla and Eirina and not cleaning them up, because that way these two can get extra experience. Not that Eirina is going to be able to promote until like chapter 20, which is a lot more than 20 chapters away from all the hidden chapters in Fire Emblem 6. And assassins aren't in this game, so Layla is just going to be a thief the whole time. But still, having any extra stats that we can get on them is going to be incredibly useful. But yeah, so here we are, just chilling with all of the pirates. And it's very nice that in Fire Emblem 6 that Erik does not charge out, because with his javelin and steel sword, granted those are probably less scary than an individual silver lance. However, because this is Fire Emblem 6, if he were to move, it would be more terrifying than his present weapon set in Fire Emblem 7. And also the other nice thing about this being a seas map rather than our route map is that even if the enemy units didn't charge, we'd still have time to go shopping, because we want to get Isadora extra hand axes, and we want to get staffs for our now 2 healers. Because I think with between Clarine and Ellen, that there are only I think there's only one other viable magic user, and I think there's a total of 3 early guiding rings, so theoretically all of them could have one. However, healing experience is very hard to grind up, so at least in the first attempt, I was trying to focus as much of it as possible on Ellen, so that way I can at least have one other magic user, or at least one other unit that's able to attack, because right now the number of attacking units, as you can see, is very low. We have 4 units in our army that can attack. We have Eirina, Layla, Isadora, and Shana. Granted, every map that will... Well, not necessarily every map, but we will be getting an increase in the amount of units that can attack as we go along. Because next map we'll get Dorothy, and then the following map we get Sue, and then... yeah, then it's 2 maps, and then we get Lilith. So hopefully all the overview commentary while these pirates are here is pretty interesting. And then because they've shuffled around, I'm able to attack hand axe pirates from the forest very safely, and then have Eirina shuffle over to take care of this guy. And although the hand axes are a little bit more annoying to deal with, they are less scary. And here I've just hit the point of I don't want to deal with chasing them. Because though they're hard to chase, the lower accuracy really makes it easier, makes it less scary than iron axes, because even just an extra 10% chance to hit is an extra 10% chance to hit. And here I'm able to use weapon weights to shuffle around, because Eirina is basically getting as much experience from combat as she is from defeating enemies. So giving the finishes to Layla is nice. And I think, if I remember correctly, thieves get an extra 15% experience boost. So just for whatever they do, they get an extra 50% experience. So basic combat experience is 10, thieves get 15. And here I am able to at least bring my staff healers back, and I'm able to shuffle Shauna down to shuffle her down to get at least a little bit more experience from Chip on the sword knight, and just to make sure that no one gets surrounded, because this has been quite a map. I'm going to move Isadora next to Shauna, just to make sure that the lance guy goes down, and that way, because I want my healers back in play, that no one's loose running around. Because that is the absolute last thing you want, is cavaliers behind your back line attacking your healers, as was from attempt 1. Yeah, and despite the enemies getting tougher, I think just pretty much every level of the ladies get is making it easier for them. This is post commentary on these is a little bit more difficult, because there's just so much now it's more of all of the extra filler time where I'm talking through what's going on in my head is just eaten up by more of just blank space than me talking through the process. But now I can share something. I think I probably already shared it, but the victory music in Fire Emblem 6 is when there are, I think it's like 3 units or less on the battlefield that are enemies. So Fog of War, this is going to get really dangerous, because in Fire Emblem 7 and 8, you hear the victory music when there's only one enemy left, which is typically the boss that is on the seize tile and they don't move. So it's going to be treacherous if I forget that later on. But now we get to do our shopping trip, where we get to basically fill up on axes and a couple slim swords I think I'll grab, and healing staves. And in FE6 hard mode, it's very important to plan your shopping, because there are no it's not like in Sacred Stones where you can just go back to the world map and there's no like prep shop. So if you forget to buy things and you're out of weapons, you can just soft lock yourself in hard mode. There is a shop, I think, in normal mode. So yeah, it's really important to buy and sell all of your stuff when you can. But yeah, as I said, the experience, I don't know if there's going to be plenty to go around, and having a second, just having a second staff user is useful. There should be enough guiding rings to get both Ellen and Clarine up. And I'm going to be using them both because Clarine's going to be important later for recruiting her brother Klein, who then recruits another Pegasus Knight. So getting any extra stats on her is good as well. Because pretty much I'm just at a huge numbers deficit minus Isadora here. Yeah, and then the last thing to do on this map, besides teach Eric a lesson for a second time, is just round out these two archers. And then I guess the other obvious thing that I missed is that there's a village here, and this village has an angelic robe, and I will give you until the time it's used to guess who that's going to be given to. And everyone on the map is technically a fair guess, but y'all know of the blatant favoritism that is apparent in both Fire Emblem and Elden Ring. And sorry, I underestimated the up price of an iron sword. It's actually 29,000 gold, which is... Are boots 5,000 or 4,000 with silver card? Well, it's at least 5 pairs of boots if I was going to sell... Well, no, it's only 3 pairs of boots if I'm selling an iron sword. But still, I don't want to wreck the boots economy. Oh yeah, spoilers for chapter 20, you can buy boots in the secret shop as well as other stat boosters. So this is the one game where you can have like a non-horse unit run like 14 squares, and it's absolutely hilarious. I'm not going to arena abuse for it, but I am going to do my best to grab the silver card, and once I have the silver card, use it to get stat boosters and boots. Knowing this team, I might have to buy some energy rings. I might buy some other stuff in addition to all the boots. The movement speed's really good, but we're lacking in punching power. And here I am basically getting everyone in position. Actually, I'm waiting one turn, I think, to make sure everyone is in position to... Once I lure the archer, I can completely surround them and then give as much experience as I can to Shauna, kind of like what I was doing with Layla last map. Normally, I don't want to try and like grind experience out too much, but getting through hard mode in Fire Emblem 6 with any amount of restrictions, you gotta do what you have to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a bad position for the end game. And because we're early on and this is post-commentary, I can say, pay close attention how much I allude to defeating the final boss of Fire Emblem 6 versus prepping for the Demon King in Sacred Stones. Is Sacred Stones one of the easier Fire Emblem games? Yes. Did I have a pretty easy time defeating the Demon King in the FE7 bosses and FE8 playthrough? Yeah, that was because the game does provide, like, if you have like just playing through and playing at least one favorite, you get the stats for beating Prince Lion and the Demon King. So just pay close attention to how much prep work I'm doing for the final boss in this playthrough versus fighting Zephiel and Murdoch. Oh yeah. I guess spoiler, actually, yeah, it's not really spoilers because we already saw Zephiel. Zephiel was the bad guy. But if we actually just let Zephiel die in Fire Emblem 7, this game would not happen. It is, kind of comedic how that works out, where we saved the final boss. Well, not the final boss. We saved one of the big bads of this game. And if you guessed that we gave the angelic robe to Eirina, you are correct, because if you're not playing favorites in a run for fun, are you even having fun? I can't remember if Shauna gets strength. They're not in any of these ones. Or I think she has one more than base strength, but it's still not great. Pegasus Knights don't hit very hard, and I need them to hit harder, because right now Isadora is still like the only unit that hits hard enough to make dents in bosses that are on gates and thrones. Because also, I don't think it's in Fire Emblem 8, but in this game, and maybe Fire Emblem 7, thrones also give 5 magic resistance as a hidden bonus as well. So not only is it 3 defense and 30 evasion, it's also plus 5 magic resistance, which really sucks for generals and paladins that generally have a ton of defense in these games. Yeah. And because I'm probably going to forget to say it later in the wrap down, if you like this post-commentary style on, like, do a blind intro to the map, and then if something very silly happens, like one of the characters dying, doing a post-commentary version like this, please let me know. If you like it, if you want to have vanilla commentary from the point picking back up, or if you just want a highlight reel of and this just shows how tough the bosses are even with effective weaponry. But yeah, so if you like this style, let me know. If you have any suggestions on how to do this going forward, let me know, because some of these maps are going to get pretty big later in the game, because even though this was just like a early game map, like yes, we already doing animations and we're taking our time, but it's still like an hour grind for this map. So I'm probably going to add in some of my own save points for future maps. I'm not exactly sure when that's going to happen, but mostly just as a time save, and also it can help for because this is an entertainment. We're not, well, we're grinding, but this is not a Divinity Original Sin 2 or Baldur's Gate 3 honor mode run. Yeah, so for here, what I'm going to do is, knowing the weapon triangle, I am going to set it up so, because the axe will do 2 extra damage from this relative to the steel sword when Eric has the javelin equipped, and because I know I'm already in support range with Eirina, it's not going to change. So here I can build the support and bait the javelin, which would leave Eric at 2 HP to give the boss defeat to Eirina and give her a bunch of experience. However, Isadora misses, and that's just unfortunate. However, fortune favors our favorites. Not the bold, fortune favors the favorites, as you will see in this next combat. Yeah, and anything that's not the rapier is garbage. Yep. Very easy to say in commentary that the entire run is biased for Eirina. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you continue to enjoy the Fire Emblem 6 Girl Power playthrough as well as our other content. Have an awesome day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya!